lead to the continuous improvement that makes the process more efficient, effective, under the control, and those process can be adaptable also. In the sense, the Kaizen makes a process more adaptable by making it more effective as well as more efficient. Okay. Um, the Kaizen improvement focus on the some factors. Those factors let us study. Let me see whether those are there here. Yeah, whatever I have told is been here listed. You can just go through for half minute. A process of continuous improvement in small increments, right? Kaizen really relies heavily on a culture that encourages. Very, very important. The third point you can see that it relies means it depends heavily on a culture that encourages suggestion by employees who continually try to incrementally improve their job. Very, very important. That is, it depends upon the employee who continually try to incrementally improve their job. Employee would want, would like to improve their job continually in an incremental way, and improvements are usually accomplished at a little or no expenses. Very important. Management need not to spend much of the money in order to have Kaizen system in place, because they are saying that improvements are usually accomplished at a little or no expense. Improvements will happen, but there is no expense. Even if the expense is there present, it will be very little. Without sophisticated techniques and expensive equipment, no sophisticated, no complex techniques are involved here, and equipments also not that expensive which are required. In the last one is it focuses on simplification. Very important. The process are always required to be simplified. And how it can be simplified? By breaking down complex process into their sub processes. That is, by breaking down, by dividing a big process, a complex process into small sub processes, it is possible to make the simplification. And see here, it focuses on the use of value added and now non-value added work activities. You must understand here, which refers to the 7 classes of the waste. This is not required from the once again, be stay with me. This are all not the 5S. We are going to study the 5S separately, but we just that is in the Kaizen you must know what do you mean by Kaizen and how it is going to define the role of a management in encouraging and improving the things in an incremental way. And finally, we just study the factors on which Kaizen focus. Okay, those factors are not been listed in the PPT, but I will tell you those factors. Some 6-7 factors are there. I will tell you those. Okay, the first factor Kaizen improvement focus is on identification of value added and non-value added activities in the process. Yes, it is there here. Value added and non-value added. Sometimes you understand that value addition and non-value addition. You know that adding value to a particular product or to a particular process and not adding value to a particular product and process, these are little different. In the sense, some of the activities may not add any value to the product, and some of the activities may add little value to the product. But both the activities must be considered here. The non-value addition activities must not be neglected because they are not adding any value. They should be considered. They should be focused on what Kaizen is saying. It is general tendency of the human being that the activities which do not add any value will be neglected, because if it is not giving any some value addition, financial benefit, we have a tendency to neglect it, but it should not be done here. That is the first factor that is need to be focused. And second factor, we must understand that it is listed here something different. The second one is documentation of standard processes. It is very important. The Kaizen must focus or will focus in the improvement, and the factor is being it will document all the standard procedures, whatever standard procedures are there, standard systems are there, that are going to be documented. The documentation will going to be made very effective. And third, let me see what has been listed here. Yes, principles of motion study and the use of cell technology. Very important. Principles of motion study, in the sense, what are the materials that are moving on the floor of a organization? What are the, or who are the personnel that are moving, that are assigned and that are not assigned, and changing the process from this place to this place? The people are moving, material are moving. That principle of motion study must be used. And cell technology is assigning some particular material for some particular purpose, assigning some particular person for some particular job or particular task. That is the cell technology that must be focused from the view of the Kaizen. And the principle of material handling and use of one piece flow, very important. This material handling needed to be made effective as well as transparent in an organization. Otherwise the material are going to be mishandled, and in the case wastage of material will be more, and the wastage will lead to the losses in many ways. Okay. And one piece flow, very important. That means if one type of the raw material is been made to flow or made to move for the particular process, only that one should be made allow. And that means that not X material, Y material, Z material all together will move. It should not happen. One piece flow, that is, at a time one type of the material should flow, one type of the process need to be carried out. That is the meaning of it. And documentation of standard operating procedures, I have told you that. And the 5S, very important. This 5S's for workplace organization, which are 5 Japanese words. 5S stands for the 5 words of the Japanese. It is mentioned, you just go through. That is Siko, Sishin, Sikesto, Siso, and Sitsuke. These are all Japanese terms. You must remember this. All begin with the S. Let me read it out for you again. Siko, Siaton, Siketsu, Siiso, and Sitsuke. It is quite difficult to pronunciate those Japanese words. The meaning of those when written in the bracket. Siko means a proper arrangement, very important. Everything, including man, machine, material, must be properly arranged in an organization. And Siaton, it is orderliness. It should be in a order. Order in the sense the hierarchy must be maintained during a process. X is required at the first place, thereafter Z is required, thereafter A is required, after that D is required. In an orderly manner, everything should be arranged, or everything should be made available. That is the meaning of the second Japanese word. And the third Japanese word is Siketsu, that is personal cleanliness. The people, the workforce who are working on the process, who are working on the activities, must ensure that they are having some personal hygiene. As well, they should keep their machineries and equipment very cleaned. Personal cleanliness relates to both men as well as the machineries and equipments. See, so clean up whenever it is required. They should stop and they should clean up the things that involves machineries as well the equipments. And the last one is the Shitsuke, that is discipline. It is most required and most anticipated thing from anybody for the matter to be considered in an organization. Every employee, every person who are involved in a particular process need to be more disciplined, right? And do we have any more? Yes, we have another 3-4 factors on which Kaizen will focus on. Visual management by means of visual displays that everyone in the plant can use for better communication. It is very important to have the visual management by means of visual displays. In the sense, wherever it is required, the charts, wherever it is required, the diagrams and kind of other visual and visual displays must be there for everybody. That is, do's and don'ts must be written on the charts, and there need to be cladded over the walls of the organization so that everybody can see that it is visible sentence, and the statement is kind of a little complex in a thing, but you must understand it is very simple. Only two words you'll have to focus on. It is a fundamental rethinking and redesign, radical design, he's saying. That is, the business processes need to be rethought, redesigned. Radical in the sense basic redesign. Basics must be changed, fundamental change must be brought in. Okay, so you must understand that re-engineering is rethinking, fundamental rethinking. The basics must be thought in different way, rethinking fundamentally, and it is radical redesign. The root, that is redesigning from the root. What the business process must be redesigned from the root, as well as they must be thought fundamentally, so that there is a dramatic improvement is possible in the performance of a particular process. Okay, that is the meaning of the re-engineering. You must understand, you must remember, re-engineering is fundamental rethinking and radical redesign of a business process. And opposite to Kaizen, Kaizen is on the other hand, and on the other hand we have got the re-engineering. And here it is saying that opposite to Kaizen, re-engineering is a breakthrough improvement. Kaizen is a incremental improvement. Try to understand. But re-engineering is a breakthrough improvement. Kaizen needs a lot of time for the process improvement to take place. But re-engineering, through the re-engineering, it is possible to have a breakthrough improvement within no time. In the sense, re-engineering needs a very little less time for the improvement, whereas Kaizen takes a long time for the improvement, because re-engineering is a breakthrough improvement, Kaizen is a incremental improvement, right? And the Japanese have not only relied on Kaizen, in the bracket it is written it is a incremental improvement, but they have also developed policy management and other things, and policy deployment also. They have written some other names for those in the Japanese to produce large scale breakthroughs that Hammer and Champy promote. Let us see what are those. And here they have not that is taken more on the re-engineering. And here just from the subject point of view, we will just discuss what are the ways through which it is possible to have the re-engineering in an organization. Somebody who is unmuted, do mute, do not disturb the class, please. Okay, there are three basic phases of re-engineering. I have told you what do you mean by re-engineering. Let me tell it again. Re-engineering is the fundamental rethinking and radical redesign of the business process. Okay, how it is done? It can be done through three phases. Okay, those three phases are, it is not there in the PPT. Stay with me. Rethink, redesign, and retool. Let me repeat the three phases, basic phases through which re-engineering is possible. First one is the rethink, second one is redesign, and third one is the retool. What do you mean by rethink? This phase involves examining the organization's current objectives and underlying rules and assumptions for determining how well they suit to the reward commitment, right, or renewed commitment of customer satisfaction. In the sense, in the rethinking phase, what is considered is they will examine the objective of the organization, current objectives of the organization, like what is the purpose of the organization, they will examine, and what are the rules and what are the assumptions that an organization is following that are going to be determined, so that how those rules, how those objectives, and how those assumptions of the organizations are towards satisfying the customer, are towards are committed to give the satisfaction to the customer. That means one organization need to rethink about its objective, about its rules, about its guidelines, about its assumptions towards the customer, right? Otherwise it is not possible to have the re-engineering. I'm talking about what is the way by which an organization can have the re-engineering. The first phase is to rethink. That means organization must have to rethink about its objective, rethink about its purpose, rethink about its assumptions, rules, guidelines, anything towards the customer, so that those rethinking can bring more
हम्म,
cherish to the customers.
है ना?
Second one is being redesign.